Fellas, welcome back to another video, man. You see it, we got the single cab out and we're finally doing what everybody's been waiting for, man. That is the turbo install in the truck. Obviously, I'm not gonna get it done all in one video, but we're gonna try to get as much as done that we can in this video, which is gonna be more than a few things. So you guys see it, man. Finally, yes, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we're gonna go ahead and get done, man. If you guys haven't seen my last video, go ahead and check it out. We just finished installing a new BTR turbo stage 3 cam into the truck. That was really the last modification we wanted to do to the truck before we started the turbo install. So in this video, what we're gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and get in our ARP head studs, get our turbo exhaust manifold on, go ahead and mount that turbo, and then I think that'll wrap it up, man. That's gonna be a good start for the truck. The rest is gonna be pretty much piping, lines for the turbo, gauges, a little bit of electrical work, nothing crazy. And then the intercooler, same thing with the piping. And then that's it, man, off to the tuner. And then obviously throughout the video, we're gonna be doing little pieces as well, like injectors, breakout harness, sensors here and there, little shit like that. So, but once I finish this series, I'll probably do a whole breakdown video showing everything that I installed, how it's installed, just to make it easier for you guys that don't wanna watch every single video. I'll go ahead and put it in one video at the end of the series. First thing we're gonna do is get in our ARP head studs. So we'll go ahead and take off the intake, take our coils off, drain the coolant, and then we'll do that first and then get started on the turbo mount. And this is our turbo manifold, just a generic eBay, Amazon one. You can find them everywhere. The only real issue on these is you kind of just got to go around, clean them up on the sides. Other than that, I mean, they're pretty solid. Fitment is pretty well. I do have another turbo manifold on the way, just to have options, but this is obviously the main option right now. Right now, we'll go ahead with this one, and then later, maybe a different video, I'll test the other ones. Go ahead and give you guys one last cold start before we get started, because that's gonna be the last cold start in a while, just for a few seconds. Don't want it to get too hot, because we still, like I said, gotta drain that coolant. So we got our valve open. Get a little cold start, man. Obviously the new cam isn't tuned, so it's not gonna start right up. Just gotta give it a little bit of gas. There it goes, there it goes. Once it starts to warm up, it gets going a little more. There it is. Now you can hear it. Now you can really hear it. Anyways, though, like I said, first thing is get the coolant drained. Make sure we don't have any leaks of any sort, which looks like we are good. Let's go ahead and get that coolant drained. And then let's get started. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be wondering, so right here, a little shout out to MaxPeedingRods for sending over this GT45 turbo. As you can see, billet internals, and it's about a 70mm turbo. If you guys wanna check out their turbos or a bunch of other goodies that they have on their website, everything from suspension, coilovers, turbos, everything, you name it, they got it. If you guys wanna go ahead and check out my coupon code, I'll have it in the description. Check it out, man. Now the good thing is when I last time filled it up, I put nothing but water because I knew we were gonna have to drain it again. Just have to give it a few minutes to let it all drain. Then I'll go ahead and get the TBSS intake off with the fuel rails, the coils. Then we'll go ahead and get started on those studs. All right, so our coolant's done draining. Got our coils off, so now I'll just go ahead and get this intake off. All right, there you have it. Got our TBSS manifold off. Got it right here. A lot of people be asking me, how's it holding up? It's holding up great. So there you have it. Like I said, first thing we're gonna do is the ARP head studs. So we got that right here. The method that we're gonna do, we don't wanna have to take off the heads, switch all the gaskets, do all that. So we're just gonna do a stud drop. Should be fine. We're gonna be doing one at a time. That's the reason we drain the coolant. So it's been sitting for a few days. It's all nice and dry. What we'll do is take one bolt out, drop in a head stud, tighten it. Then the same thing, take one out, drop in a head stud, tighten it, and then just do that pretty much around the whole engine. All right, so you see we got our rocker arms off, got the valve cover off. Pretty much it, man. Like I said, go in the same order you would usually put in your normal head bolts. Just take out one, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. There's a specific order, you can just Google it. So number 1 is gonna be here on the inside in the middle. Go ahead and drop in our first stud. We'll go ahead and screw it in. And then once we get our bolts on, the specs, the torque specs for that are gonna be about 70 foot-pounds. We're using this chart right here from Summit. Just goes ahead and tells you the order like that. 1, 2, 3 right there. So you guys get the deal. Just go ahead and in order, and then it's gonna be the same thing on this side. And once that stud bottoms out, go ahead and explain what you're doing at the end, bud.
So we're just gonna bottom it out on its threads, and then we're gonna back it out half a turn, because I guess they say, you know, when you're tightening it down, torquing them down with the friction, it will the stud will rotate itself as well, and then it will bottom out and possibly hit the bottom of the block, which you don't want to do. So backing it out half a turn essentially will give you enough room so when you're tightening them down that you won't bottom out. We're bottomed out right now. Just crack it loose and then just do half a turn. There you go. Put your nut on, put your washers on, tighten her up.
And if you can tell, the bolts that are coming directly out of the head obviously are gonna have just a little bit of oil on them. Try our best just to get a rag in there just to clean it up. The oil's more than likely just in the pocket where our bolts are screwing in. So just to ensure we're good, we're gonna go ahead and use our Teslong Boroscope. So just want to go ahead, quick shout out to Teslong for sending us this this dope boroscope. Go ahead and show you guys the product. We'll be able to get in there, see, make sure that our gaskets are good. We'll also be able to use this to see which bolts are broken for our heads. We'll be able to see which studs that we need to weld and take out. So definitely a cool tool to use and check out. I'll have a link in my description if you guys want to go ahead and check this out, man. As you can see, it comes in this nice case. Check it out, man. Ooh, it's gonna be real useful in a lot of projects. Check this thing out, man. It has a cool feature, has the articulating head with the flashlight. That's the camera right there. And then we got our screen right here, man. Let's go ahead and do it. So as you can see, that fits into nice tight spaces. That is the head. That's where the bolt would go into, the stud. That's the head gasket right there. So
Going into the bottom, the threads right there.
and that's where we thread into, and that's where our oil is. So if we go back up to our head gasket, it looks to be nice and dry.
Nice and dry, doesn't look like a seat.
Just go ahead, like same as we're doing. We'll just go ahead one by one, and this just confirms we are good to go. You just got a little bit of oil in there, like we said. Go ahead, try dry that up, and then get on to the next stud. All right, there you have it. Got pretty much all our long studs. The only ones that are left are going to be the shorter studs, which are on both outsides here, and then out there on the inside, on the outside, if you know what I mean, right there. So both those outside ones are going to be your shorter studs, which are these ones right here. So each head is going to have two of the shorter ones, one for the left, one for the right. So now we're on to the smaller ones, as you can see. Same thing, just follow the order, and these are going to be 28 foot-pounds. So we'll go ahead and get those put in. Then we'll go ahead and mount the turbo. Like I said, I do have another set of turbo manifolds on the way, so then later I'll go ahead and install the stainless steel tube ones just to check fitment, see which ones I like better, and we'll go from there, man. The rest is pretty much going to be piping, wiring, gauges, all that shit, you know the deal. Just like that, this side is completely finished. Got the valve cover back on. Yeah, like I said, same process on this side. We'll go ahead and do that. Then finally get our turbo mounted. That's the first step to getting the single cab boosted. Like I said, after that, we're gonna start all the piping, intercooler. You guys know the deal, man. Let's get it. And there you have it. Got this side done now. Only thing left to do is rocker arms go back in, valve cover goes on, and then that's pretty much it. Now we'll go ahead and test mount our turbo. We're gonna go ahead and throw on the turbo manifold, bolt on the turbo, see how everything fits and looks. All right, fellas, but there you see it. Went ahead and mounted our turbo, and obviously fitment is probably not the best with that manifold. I know these manifolds come from a bunch of different companies, so casting isn't always gonna be perfect. As you can see, this one is kind of tilted to the side, whereas it should be more straight. But like I said, I have other manifolds coming. This one is just one of the options. So right now, it's not looking like the option. I guess technically you could make it work, but that'd be tough with the exhaust coming out kind of to the side. But other than that, everything else is fine. But I would want one that is more centered, maybe up even a little higher. But other than that, like I said, we're just getting the ideas for now. It's good to test fit it now. But there you see it, man. The turbo is looking nice and snug in there. More than likely gonna have to do an aftermarket coolant reservoir just so we can get rid of all the hoses and lines here. For the first time, really got our turbo mounted. Other than that, we still gotta figure out this side. Not sure if I'll just get the stock manifold, cut it, put a V-band on it, or if I should just get a complete kit from somewhere else. You guys let me know in the comments, man. There you have it though. Definitely, more than likely, not gonna use this one just because I said the angle. But yeah, for the next video, I'll more than likely have another set of turbo manifolds. So I'll test fit another one in the next video. Well, first, before I do that, really gotta figure out the turbo manifold before we make that decision and start making the crossover. So figure out that first. Work on the intercooler, the piping. That's it. Then we'll start doing the wastegate, blow-off valve, all that shit. You guys know what to do. But there you have it. Got all our ARP studs in. As you can see, really not too bad of a job if you're just doing a stud drop. If you know what you're doing, you should be fine. I don't think we'll have any issues with leaks. We should be good. There you have it, guys. That's pretty much it, man. Got the long tube headers back here. Gonna get rid of it. Should I sell it, get rid of it, give it to one of you guys, do a giveaway? What you guys think, man? They're kind of beat up though. I did have to bang on them because my motor mounts are no good. I had to make it a little space, so that's why I don't really feel like giving them away unless you guys don't care. But there it is. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this one. Nothing too crazy in this video. You guys know little by little we're gonna get that turbo finished, get more parts coming in, get everything we need, and get it done, man. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this one though. Like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. You guys know the deal. More heat coming. See you on the next one, man.